Yo, what's cracking, guys? Faison here, and today I'm bringing you guys the deck I've been playing in the Fusion Festival. We're actually on Despia, and more specifically, it's like Despia with a Fluffle and Hero engine. This deck is absolutely monstrous. I've actually been taking it a lot onto the ranked ladder, and even in Diamond 1, this is going toe-to-toe with Sword Soul and Tri-Brigade with like little issue. It isn't the absolute monster it is in the TCG because of the lack of branded fusion, but it is quite functional, and I think it's only going to get better, especially as Guardian Chimera releases. That is really going to like put it onto the map as like a meta mainstay in my opinion, because even before the release of branded fusion in the TCG, this deck had a reasonable amount of success in regionals and YCSs, and I think that the deck is just getting better, and now's a good time to start practicing it, especially since you can build essentially the entire deck out of the new like secret pack, whatever it's called. But getting into it, we're playing 3 Tragedy. In my opinion, this is the best one right now because Aluber is not like a terrific starter in this version of the deck since it can't find your branded fusion. You're ultimately just going to be searching Despian Theater, which is like fine depending on your hand. But I think Tragedy is a little more consistent because it actually gets you to your Aluber, and you have a lot of ways to fuse in this deck. We're playing 3 Max C3 Ash, not much of an explanation needed. We're playing 1 Denier, which I'll explain for those of you who don't understand the Denier malicious engine as we get into the extra deck. We're playing 3 Edge Chain because it gets you to Patchwork. We're playing 3 Aluber because it gets you to all your branded spells. The 2 Malicious to go with the Denier. The 1 Dramaturge because it recycles itself, the 1 Adlib because it recycles other cards, though I think you could justify playing 2 Adlib. I was testing it and I actually didn't mind it, but I think that if you use the second Adlib effect, or rather if you need a second Adlib for Branded in Red, it probably means you misplayed, and like that being said, I was making use of it at times, but I think that's just because I need to refine my technical play on this deck a little bit. We're playing 3 Poly. I was on 2, but I think that in this version of the deck you have so many monsters that you can justify hard playing 3 Poly. We're playing 3 Patchwork because it pluses, 2 Fusion Destiny, 1 Branded Theater. And for the Fusion Festival, we're playing 3 Diffusion. This is a tech given to me by Cool Vibrations in the Super Dreadnought Discord. This is like so obviously a good tech for this format, I think, because everyone's on fusion monsters and this outs like the entire board. We're playing 1 Super Poly, mostly just because I don't have to play 2 Super Poly, obviously. We're playing 2 Called By, 3 Opening, and I was on 3 Branded in Red, but right now I'm just on 2. I think 3 Branded in Red becomes better as we start getting like the adventure stuff, because once you start discarding and you have outlets to get branded cards engraved, or rather Despia cards engraved through like branded fusion. Branded in Red is more live earlier in the game, but I found myself bricking on it at 3 because it is literally never live during the first turn of the game unless you like Super Poly or Droplets sending a Despia card, but that's just like a very unsatisfactory reasoning to play it at 3 in my opinion. Moving on to the extra deck, we're playing Mud Dragon for the Super Poly, 1 Dangerous. So this is a good time to explain how the Denier Malicious Engine works for those of you who have never used it as like a Fusion Destiny target. The reason we play these instead of Dasher Celestial is because you can actually use the Denier and Mally as combo pieces, so there's a few lines that are kind of cool, like you can use my favorite is when you use Despian Tragedy along with like Denier or Malicious to make Dangerous, then you plus off the Tragedy, and now you have Dangerous on board, which lets you discard 1 to Foolish a Destiny hero. So you Foolish whichever you don't have, whether it's Denier or Mally, and so now you have Denier and Mally engraved, which lets you use the Malicious effect to summon a Malicious from deck, then use the Denier effect to summon himself and recycle the first Malicious. So you have Denier Mally on board along with Dangerous, and then you can hard use Polymerization to make a DPE then, and still have a Malicious in deck to use with the Malicious engrave. So that's something that definitely comes up a lot, and it means that you can use your Fusion Destiny as a combo piece. By like making Dangerous with Tragedy and the Mally. Then we're playing 2 Starving Venom. two Dragostapella. We're playing two Quiritus. I think that this could easily be cut down to one after you have more targets for it, for like the Brendan Red, including Guardian Chimera. We're playing one DPE, triple Masquerade. Again, this could be cut down to two once we have that Guardian Chimera, but for now I think three Masquerade is correct. And then we're playing one Triptovertum, one Greedy Venom. These are just super poly targets for this event particularly. I wouldn't really use these in ladder. And one for Skinnian just in case it comes up with super poly. But yeah, I hope this is a helpful quick rundown. Let me know what you guys are playing for this event, and make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what I'm doing right and wrong around here, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.